So, Donald Trump has announced that the United States will be taking over the Gaza Strip. The plan is to push all of the Palestinians out of their homeland into neighboring nations, into Jordan, into Egypt. Donald Trump has invited the Prime Minister of Jordan to come to D.C. That's supposed to be happening soon. And he did an arms deal with Egypt like the day before this announcement. And I have to say, this announcement made me sick. I mean, it was mad cringeworthy. I felt dirty watching it, to see Trump with his smug self making this announcement and Benjamin Netanyahu trying to hold back the grin. I mean, first of all, this is illegal. This is against international law. But the United States and Israel, they break international law constantly, so that's not stopping them. Plus, this is the exact definition of an ethnic cleansing, what some of us been saying since day one. So the people who was trying to argue that point, perhaps it's time to spin the block and see what you got to say about that now. This is not a surprise, though. Donald Trump's nephew, Jared Kushner, he said years ago that the Gaza Strip was prime beachfront opportunity. Donald Trump said he wants to make the Gaza Strip the Riviera of the Middle East. I mean, those people suffer so much with the bombing, killing, losing limbs, house destroyed, schools, hospitals, sickness, and people, starving to death. Now, on top of all of that, if Trump gets what he wants, they're going to be pushed out of their land, never able to return. And this is a flip-flop from Donald Trump, because in his first term, Donald Trump said that we're done with nation building and tired of putting their money and investment into other nations. It's time to put America first. Well, this is not putting any American first unless you're into real estate. And I almost would have gave Trump credit for, doing the ceasefire deal, getting Netanyahu to agree to it, although it's the same ceasefire deal that Joe Biden, provided like 6 months ago. But Netanyahu agreed to it, from Trump. And a lot of people, wondered out loud, well, what did Donald Trump promise Netanyahu for him to take the deal? Well, perhaps we have our answer. And in the future, you might see me, you probably will see me, participate in the fivefold, the fuck around and find out. I see a lot of videos of people who supported Trump and voted for Trump who are already regretting their vote. And it's only been like 3 weeks. But this case, I can't bring myself to do it, I do say that, or I will say that I never thought that Trump would be better than Joe Biden in this, because when asked about this situation, Donald Trump constantly would say, well, it's time to end this. And end this could mean a lot of different things. And I kind of felt the way that Donald Trump, the way he said it, I know what he meant by end this means to end, the Palestinian people. So there will never be a two-state solution. But I never thought that he would be, I didn't think that he would be better, but it's hard to be worse. And this cost Democrats greatly. The Dearborn, Michigan, the highest population of Muslim Americans, where Joe Biden took 69% of the vote 4 years ago, this past election cycle, it went to Trump. 29% of people, according to the polls, who knows how accurate these polls be, but 29% of people who voted for Joe Biden 4 years ago, who sat out this election, said the reason for it is for how this administration handled the Gaza Strip. And the reason why I can't, I'm not participating in the, kind of point my finger at them, is because I don't blame them. I don't blame them for not being able to find it within their conscience and vote for administration that actively participated in ethnic cleansing and the genocide of a whole group of people. And they didn't actually do the bombing. The United States did not bomb them, but the bombs were made in the United States. They provided the weapons and they funded them. Joe Biden gave Israel $8 billion on the way out the door. One of the last things that he did. So And you might say, well, that's Joe Biden. You know, that's Kamala Harris is a different person. She's a vice president. Vice president really don't have no power. True, but while running for president, Kamala Harris could not separate herself from Joe Biden. Matter of fact, she was asked specifically about this, about how handling the Gaza Strip, and she said she would not do anything different than the last administration. And you expect Muslims to come out and vote for you? Are you trying to win this election? I mean, this is terrible, but in all honesty, this could not happen without what happened in the past administration. Joe Biden was the ally to Trump's oop. And this type of stuff does not end Hamas. This is the type of stuff that creates Hamas. Do you know that they say that there are just as many members of Hamas now as there were on October 7th? With all the bombing in Gaza, they did not get rid of any Hamas, and that's what was supposedly the goal. So obviously, they failed miserably. And this type of stuff could, there's other Muslim countries, this type of stuff could lead to, big problems in the future. I hope not. I hope this doesn't happen. Trump tries a lot of stuff. Some stuff fails. Some stuff might land. But it's going to be a crazy, crazy 4 years. Let's see what happens. I'm out of here. Peace.